Hello, I'm Bernard Keevy. Now, I'd like to explain today how I can offer a 200% return on investment guarantee to any business advice or coaching clients, and how you can too if you offer coaching services. So if you're an accountant or a CPA, for example, then listen on. So it all starts with knowing some basic numbers. So we know our price and we know the variable cost or the cost of goods sold of whatever it is we sell. So it could be stuff we buy in, it could be stuff that we make. But there'll be a difference between what we sell it for and what the direct cost associated is with it in terms of producing it for sale. Some businesses, service businesses, there might not be a cost of goods sold, so it might just go straight down to overheads. But it doesn't matter, the argument's still the same. So the difference between them gives us our gross margin. So here, if the price is 100 and the variable cost is 65, the gross margin is 35%. If our volume is 1,000 units, then our gross profit would be 35% of 1,000 times 100, so 35% of 100,000, our gross profit is 35,000. Our overheads are 20,000, our operating profit is 15,000, which is about 15% of our turnover, which is fairly typical across a whole range of industries if you do the research on this. So all we need to be able to do is make a few 5% improvements. Now we can do a lot better than that, but this is just a basic minimum. So what if we could increase our average price by 5%? Now it could be we can put our price up, but we don't necessarily have to do that. We could also have different pricing packages. We can explain what we do better. We can have added value offerings. There's lots of strategies. In fact, there's over 20 strategies I can show you in our system whereby you could increase your average price by 5% or more, 10%, 20% or more. So let's just go for a 5% increase in the average price we receive, which isn't necessarily our headline price, I hasten to add. Let's say we can look at our costs, our direct costs, our variable costs, look at our suppliers, look at various deals for maybe dealing with fewer of them, for cutting out waste, for prompt payment. There's lots of areas there. In fact, again, we can point you to at least 8 areas that you could look at to reduce your variable costs. So let's make a 5% improvement there. Our gross margin as a result of those 2 improvements goes from 35 to 40%. So we're making 40% on everything we sell now, and we're selling it for more on average. Now our volume, how could we increase our volume? Well, to get it up by 5%, we've only got to make marginal improvements in maybe how many leads we generate, how many referrals we get, what our follow-up process is for better conversion rates. Again, I can point you into the direction of about 50 plus strategies there. So there's loads of ways of doing this. So let's just go for a 5% increase. Our gross profit would now go from 35,000 to 44,000 just on the basis of those 3 5% improvements. We're now going to look at our overheads, and again I work with people who specialise in looking at costs and overheads and looking for reductions, and let's just say we can find a 5% saving there. Those 4 lots of 5%, which I've asterisked there, are enough to take our bottom line operating profit from 15,000 to 25,500, which is a 71% improvement. So 4 lots of 5% here have increased our bottom line by over 71%. Now you can see why just those small improvements making that much bigger difference, how you can guarantee a 200% return on investment so long as you follow this system and so long as you implement maybe one strategy at a time in each of those areas. So if you wanted to know more about how that works, if you go to coachforprofit.com, there's a short video, coachforprofit.com/Bernard. There's a short video there which explains a bit about how this works. And if you wanted to know more, then basically book a time. There's a link on the video, book a time, and maybe we can speak further. So just to recap, 5% improvements in just 4 key areas would be enough typically to grow your bottom line by 60-70% or more. And this is being really conservative because in some of these areas you would be looking to make 10, 15, 20% improvements, not 5%. So for instance, on your fixed overheads here, you might struggle to get the 5% maybe. It depends how keen your costings are at the moment. But you should be easily able to do more than 5% in some of these other areas. So Bernard Keevy is showing how it's possible with confidence to offer a 200% return on investment guarantee to your coaching and advice clients, and if we don't get that, they don't pay. And how much business do you think that would generate for you? I think you'd find that that would take a lot of the risk away and would get you a lot more extra customers. So I hope you found that useful. If you did, if you could like it and share it, and ideally have a look at that short video, coachforprofit.com/Bernard, that would be great. Thank you very much for watching. I'm looking to recruit a business coach in order to help me handle existing global demand for business coaching services. And in particular, I'm looking for someone to run our Northeast US division. If you're interested in finding out more about this opportunity, which involves absolutely no financial risk or upfront investment, then go to coachforprofit.com/Bernard, watch a short 8-minute video, and if you think there's anything of interest there, then book a time and let's talk. And thank you very much for showing interest in this opportunity.